The stations of KUAM, wishing you and yours a very happy holiday.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Coming right up, the fire department investigates an explosion over in Tamuning. Also, another person has been indicted in connection to a multi-million-dollar Medicare fraud case, and the AG's office moves to throw out John Fernandez's lawsuit against the Education Board. Good evening, everybody, and Hapaday. I'm Jason Salas. These are tonight's top stories. Well, the Guam Fire Department has launched an investigation into what may have sparked a reported explosion and subsequent structure fire on Farrenholt Drive over in Tamuning. Crystal Paco was there and has tonight's top story.
Shortly before 11:30, our dispatch center received a call about an explosion and resulting structure fire in this building behind us.
Guam Fire Department spokesperson Kevin Riley is referring to Oka Commercial Center in Tamuning.
Thankfully, there's no injuries. We did have the building evacuated.
KUAM spoke with one of the tenants here at Oka Commercial Center. Although she declined an on-camera interview, Kim Bloss works at School Essentials directly behind me. She explains she thought she was experiencing an earthquake.
I was at the counter up front and I heard and felt an explosion at the same time. Thought at first it was an earthquake until I turned behind me and the whole wall literally fell on me.
Stuck between a counter and a wall, Bloss called out for her sister, who also works at the school supplies store. Bloss credits a customer and the owners of the neighboring establishment, Alps Water and Ice, for rushing to her aid and pulling her out from under the rubble. Looking back at the scene, she suspects the explosion came from 2 doors down.
It looked like the explosion came from the video store.
Also in the building was Oka Commercial Center manager Jerry Hartwick. He confirms both Storm Cafe and Video Quest are undergoing renovations. Both businesses have the same owner.
I think everyone was safe, being removed properly, and the fire department came here very quick.
Fire investigators have yet to determine the cause of the explosion and fire. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Well, a fourth person has been named in a superseding indictment handed down against Guam Medical Transport's management. This time, a female believed to have interfered with a federal investigation into healthcare fraud. Thelma Joyner, who is also known as Thelma Cabrera or Thelma French, has been implicated in the scheme from December 2012 through March of 2014. The defendants have been accused of scamming the feds of millions of dollars in Medicare and TRICARE payments. And they did this by submitting $30 million in claims and receiving nearly $11 million in payments, then used the proceedings towards vacations to Hawaii, Europe, Australia, and Alaska, as well as a down payment of a home and luxury items. Although the men maintained their innocence during an arraignment this morning, GMT General Manager Jared Atta and Billing Manager Trevor Cruz have already entered plea deals with the feds. The remaining defendants are scheduled to appear in court for a status hearing on January the 10th. Well, staying in court, a federal grand jury has indicted a FSM citizen believed to have illegally entered the island. Quisano Obispo is also known as Enrickson Frederick. And according to court documents, he was denied entry in 2002, but discovered on Guam last month. Court documents state that Obispo did not have consent from the AG or the Department of Homeland Security to reapply for admission. Now, for the 19th time this fall, in other news, the Calvo administration is preparing a locally convicted criminal for deportation. Having already spent almost half of a 5-year prison sentence for felony criminal sexual conduct, Meldon Yitwimai, originally from the FSM, has been marked to be sent back home. The nature of his crimes make him a deportable candidate. Well, in other news tonight, we first brought you the story last Friday about a complaint filed against the acting superintendent of public education. And tonight, we've got more details as it appears like deja vu has happened all over again as a pair of superintendents accused of misconduct by the same cast of characters. Isa Baza has the latest twist in the superintendent saga.
Back in May, John Fernandez, the superintendent of the Department of Education, was accused of sexual harassment. The accusation was brought before the Guam Education Board by former JP Torres Success Academy principal Eleuterio Mesa on behalf of student Alana Flores, and was initially supported by teachers Marcia Palomo and Alfonsina Cruz. Fernandez has since denied the allegations and later filed a criminal complaint against the accusers alleging blackmail in a complaint filed with both GPD and the FBI. 7 months later, and yet another complaint has been brought before the board, this time against acting superintendent Joe Sanchez by the same exact individuals. These include Mesa, Flores, Palomo, and Cruz. The complaint alleges Sanchez provided marijuana or alcohol to a student.
Unfortunately, I can't say very much, as I've noted, because it's really a personal matter with the board, and I really want them to handle this case and review it and come up with some type of disposition. But I'll just reiterate what I've already said. The allegations are false, and I know that any review or investigation that the board conducts will show that it's false. And quite honestly, the fact that it's coming from Mr. Mesa at this time is, especially at this time, is just incredibly suspect.
GEB legal counsel Gary Gumatautau said the allegation was based on hearsay and was forwarded to GPD as to comply with Guam law. Acting GEB chair Rosie Tanatongo added that because it doesn't have to do with Title IX, GEB may not have to conduct an internal investigation similar to that which took place in the Fernandez case. Sanchez said the complaint made by Mesa complicates his ability to render any type of adverse action against Mesa, who is currently under investigation by DOE for sexual harassment of a student, which Mesa denies.
I've already spoken to our legal counsel, and it's clear that if I were to make any decision on that particular case, it could be construed as being already tainted, and there's a clear conflict of interest.
If forced to recuse himself from Mesa's case, it may be passed on to a deputy superintendent for resolution.
I know he submitted several statements, so I'm hoping that the board is just taking all of those statements and looking at their credibility and making a determination from there. But I do hope that they make some kind of final determination soon.
We should add Mesa was also under investigation for sexual misconduct at the time he first brought forth the initial allegation against Fernandez in May. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
All right, Isa, thanks so much. Well, in other news, the Attorney General's office has filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit filed by Superintendent John Fernandez against 6 members of the Education Board in their official capacities. The motion to dismiss cites a failure to state a claim, arguing that neither the board or the board members in their official capacities may be considered persons subject to suit under the law. The motion filed by Deputy AG Kenneth Orcutt asked that the lawsuit, which seeks $7 million in damages and declaratory as well as injunctive relief, be dismissed entirely. Well, my friends, we are going to take a quick commercial break, but when we return, we tell you about a campaign set to launch in the new year to spread awareness about the Zika virus on island. That and more is coming up. Please stay tuned.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming, KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Do you want to get discounts at local restaurants like Lone Star, CPK, Capricciosa, Delmonico Kitchen and Bar, Manhattan Steakhouse, Tony Roma's, and lots more? What about 25% off on all natural and organic items at Payless Supermarkets daily? It's all part of Guam's largest rewards club, the Calvo's Lifestyle Club. Join today for free as an added benefit to being a Calvo's Insurance customer. Just show your Lifestyle Club card at over 50 of our rewards partners to start saving more. It's just one of the ways Calvo's Insurance helps you live a better lifestyle.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I have the one just for you.
We're increasing the amount of 4G LTE data on our new rate plans, giving people more of what they want to do more of the things they want.
So what do you think?
Nice.
Smiling is a natural response to joy, happiness, and excitement. Your smile reveals a lot about who you are. A healthy, beautiful smile can brighten your appearance and be an invitation to conversation and friendship. It is often one of the first things people notice about you. Now, thanks to the advancements in dentistry, you can have the smile you have always wanted, giving you an improved smile that looks and feels great.
My silver fillings that I have, they're getting older in my mouth and I need to replace them. So I've started to do that and I've replaced them with the white fillings and I've had really great success with that. It looks good, they feel natural, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the bleaching. I want a white look all around my mouth.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Well, we've got a cabinet appointment of big importance to Guam to report as Montana Representative Ryan Zinke has been tapped by President-elect Donald Trump to be the next Secretary of the Interior. Nestor Lecanto has more in our next report.
The first-term Republican congressman is a former Navy SEAL who served for more than 20 years. According to his official website, Zinke is a steadfast advocate for veterans and military personnel, a staunch defender of Montana public lands, and a strong advocate for American energy independence. The DOI, through its Office of Insular Affairs, is the federal agency with direct oversight of the territories. In a statement to KUAM, Congresswoman Madeleine Bordallo said she knows Congressman Zinke, as both serve on the House Armed Services Committee. Bordallo says while she believes his focus will be on the department's energy portfolio, she hopes to work with him and whoever will be the next Assistant Secretary of OIA on unique issues impacting Guam. These include compact impact funding, wildlife and natural resources protection, and promoting educational efforts to resolve Guam's political status. Zinke will succeed Sally Jewell, who in July of last year became the first active Interior Secretary to visit Guam. The current OIA Assistant Secretary, Esther Kiaina, was raised in Guam and Hawaii. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Well, the Department of Public Health and Social Services and other news will launch a Zika campaign early next year. It aims to educate health providers in the community on recognition and prevention of mosquito-borne illness. Chief Public Health Officer Suzanne Kaneshiro was the guest speaker at today's meeting of the Rotary Club of Guam.
We also have a tire shredding program where we are going to pay for the shredding of the tires of residents who can't afford it, so they won't have mosquito breeding sites in the residences. We're also doing enhancement of our lab capacity so we can test for dengue, Zika, and the chikungunya disease.
Public Health will also enhance its lab capacity in order to test for these diseases locally. Kaneshiro said helping the community understand how to recognize and prevent Zika is important due to health effects, particularly for women and kids. It was funded by a grant from the CDC. Well, of course, it is the season of giving, and you can help give the gift of life by participating in a bone marrow drive that's happening right now. The event benefits 10-year-old Samantha Serbin, currently undergoing treatment for leukemia in LA. According to Dr. Tom Shea, once Samantha goes into remission, she will need a bone marrow transplant, as well as a bone marrow match and donor. The process only takes 15 minutes, and the drive continues until 8:30 p.m. tonight at the St. John's Gym in Upper Tumon. Please do make it out and give. Well, with less than 3 weeks until the inauguration of Guam's new generation of leadership, the Democrat majority in the legislature continues to caucus over leadership decisions in the next term. Members have remained silent on whether any decisions have been made on who will be the next Speaker, Vice Speaker, Majority Leader, and Rules Committee Chairperson. The Republicans, for the meantime, are waiting for all Republican senators-elect to return from off-island before meeting again. One such senator-elect, Will Castro, says that they will meet soon and decide their leadership, saying, quote, "We're united and don't anticipate any prolonged caucus to make the decision." Well, it is time once again for one of our favorite holiday segments, the KUAM Cookie Exchange, with the very talented Chef Mackie from the Dusitani Guam Resort. And joining him tonight is our very own Ken Quintaniza.
KUAM News Cookie Exchange. Brought to you by Devondale Dairy Goodness and Dusitani Guam Resort.
Hi, I'm Ken Quintanilla, and we're here at the Dusitani Guam Resort for KUAM's annual Cookie Exchange. I'm here with Chef Mackie, who's going to teach us a great cookie recipe perfect for this holiday season. And I understand, Mackie, that it's a unique island take on a traditional favorite. What are we making today?
Right. Today we are going to make a mango chocolate satin cookie. I just named that. Okay, so the star ingredient in it is local mangoes, dried mangoes that you can buy at any grocery store. I just rinsed it a little bit and then cut it into dices. I have butter, right? The grammage in ounceage is on the website, right? So big hunk of butter. Okay, so we're using butter.
Did you mention the dump?
Yes, you heard that noise, right? Okay, so brown sugar. And it is really nice to get the butter out the day before, leave it in a cool area. Both the sugars, now you saw there's white sugar and brown sugar in there. The brown sugar gives you that kind of the molasses feeling, and then it's not only that, it makes the cookies way darker, right? And brown sugar has a way of making it nice and chewy. Okay, so we are getting this right. Can you see? See, it's kind of like, it has got together and no more butter lumps in there. So at this point, I'm adding the eggs, right? And of course, the star of the satin cookie, right? Full cream, Devondale. Okay, so I turned it up a little bit. And as you can see, it's nice and creamy and fluffy. You can take a look at that. So now, again, comes the dump method, right? Flour. Cocoa powder, please make sure you sift the cocoa powder so that there's no lumps in there. Baking soda, and the star of our show, the real show, right? Now, don't turn it up full blast, okay? You want to do it slowly, start with stir, and then let it turn into a dough, right? Otherwise, you will have giant mess. You'll be cleaning for a year. And watch me say that and it goes boom. Take a little scoop like that. These bake at 350, right? If you have a convection oven, which is with a fan, right, it'll bake quicker. So it's about 6 to 8 minutes. Here we are, the star of the day, right? You have been waiting. You've been waiting all afternoon, right?
Definitely.
To taste it. Okay, here we go. This is the mango chocolate satin cookie.
KUAM News Cookie Exchange. Brought to you by Devondale Dairy Goodness and Dusitani Guam Resort.
And of course, you want to join us on Friday on KUAM News Extra. Chef Mackie will be joining us, and we will go over all of the cookies and pick the very best one. Stay tuned. Sports is next.
Celebrating Hyundai holidays at Cars Plus and Mighty. Get a head start on Santa and save thousands this Christmas with the award-winning 2017 Hyundai lineup, like the Hyundai Accent starting at $13,995 or the Hyundai Elantra starting at $17,995. How about the beautifully redesigned Hyundai Tucson starting at just $22,995? And best of all, every new and perfectly used vehicle comes with a Kenya Shopping Center gift certificate and up to $3,000 in bonus cash. Visit Cars Plus today for big savings and easy financing during our Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
RT Trios at Ruby Tuesday. We've taken our most popular items and grouped them into 6 terrific trios, like the Ragin' Spices Trio, with black fire steak, Caribbean chicken, and a half rack of sriracha honey ribs. 3 classic items all on one plate. Now at Ruby Tuesday.
Oh, 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 oh.
Jay, Sydney, Justine, and John. This Christmas season, I'll give the gift of Guam.
This holiday season, when you're looking for that perfect gift or stocking stuffer, support local manufacturers and purchase Made in Guam products.
Merry Christmas!
This holiday season, give the gift of Guam.
This is what precision looks like, helping you see what's hard to see, thanks to Terrain Denali's Side Blind Zone Alert that uses radar to watch your blind spots. So it's true, Mom does have eyes in the back of her head. The new, meticulously crafted 2016 Terrain Denali. From GMC, this is the precision of professional grade.
Visit AutoSpot GMC today for great offers. We are your GMC dealer of Guam.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Day Guam, Chris Barnett with sports, brought to you by Triple J. On the way, all football. I mean, like American football and football. But first, let's kick it off here. As we reported earlier in the year, a skills combine coming up in early 2017. Here's more info right now. As KUAM Sports first reported earlier this year, a football skills combine with Division III coach Bob Harmon of the North Park University Vikings is going down in February. And this represents a huge opportunity for high school-aged footballers to catch the attention of a collegiate-level coach who believes Guam has the talent to make it, especially since Harmon is already coaching Guam-grown Juwan King.
Now he's coming with an expectation that, hey, we got one kid from Guam. We know what caliber of player he is, so there's got to be more. So when he comes here, he's going to come here looking for kids who are as humble and hungry as King is. So it's very important for them to really prepare, eat right. You got to eat right to get yourself ready.
Harmon is expected to arrive with some of his coaching staff, and they are in tune to the undiscovered talent our region has. And with the success of Pacific Islanders in the NFL and in the NCAA, Harmon is looking to get to the gold rush early. So Dowdell says if you want to make an impression, the time to focus is here.
Prepare now. Don't start in February for a February combine. You got to start now preparing, and that may mean this year laying off of some of the red rice and all the good food that's available to you with the end goal in mind of being at your very best during the camp.
Coach says not only the body should be prepared for the combine, but the mind as well. He advises you get your academic house in order since bad grades could potentially sink your ship before it has even set sail. Now, what should you prepare for? Dowdell says there will be position-specific skill drills as well as some of the expected tests used to measure your game on the gridiron.
The gold standard drill is, of course, a 40-yard dash. And you don't have to run a 4-5 if you're an offensive lineman. Everyone's just looking to see if you can move. And we'll have the 60-yard shuttle and the 30-yard shuttle that we'll do. And then for the receivers, we're going to have plenty of chances for you to catch the ball, quarterbacks, running backs, a lot of drills on footwork, speed ladders, and things like that.
For more info on the combine and to possibly train with Dowdell, call the coach at 487-1749. You can call them Guam Strong. The Northeast Bulldogs of the Miracle Dream Youth Football League in El Paso, Texas, finishing the season as winners across all of their divisions, with the Bulldogs intermediate 10 to 11-year-old team going undefeated at 11-0 and winning the division championship and all-star game. Head coach and owner Anthony Kanata Duncan, formerly of UMatic, has several Chamorro players on the Bulldogs organization roster, including Elias Anito Duncan, Brian Minter, and PJ Kanata. Now, coincidentally, all of the boys' parents are originally from the beautiful southern village of UMatic. Coach Duncan's wife also coaches the cheer squad, which features some little chamaritas. The Bulldogs' Pee-wee and minor squads also fared well this season, making it all the way to their divisional all-star games. The Bulldogs also boast three-time Super Bowl Pittsburgh Steelers champion kicker Roy Garella as their USA football ambassador. And all of the team's coaches are heads-up certified through the NFL to coach youth football. Even though the number of Chamorros on the roster doesn't make up a majority of the players, Coach Duncan says the team feels the importance of standing for our island.
Yes, we're always, proud to represent Guam in whatever we're doing out here in the States, whether it's sports or whatever it may be. We're a prideful people, so, we're always going to try to put Guam on the map no matter what we're doing or where we're at.
Duncan says plans are in the works to possibly have the Bulldogs come back to Guam for an exhibition game against local youth footballers. As always, we'll keep you posted right here on KUAM Sports. The undefeated Guam Shipyard team remains perched atop the Budweiser Soccer League Premier Division standings following a 3-2 edging of the Bank of Guam Strikers. Shipyard's Camden Uggan powered in the eventual game-winning goal in stoppage time on a goalmouth scramble following a corner kick, and his team held on to win in its closest fixture so far this season. In the team's previous meeting this season, Shipyard blanked the Strikers 5-0 on November 19th. Kenneth Karasic and Mark Chargaloff also scored for the winning team. All right, Guam, thanks for watching. Keep those bells jingling for me, would you? And you keep on shining, too. My name is Chris. Esta Gupa. Adios!
These used cars are Nissan certified. And let me show you why I stand behind every used car that we sell. First, our certified technicians inspect every used car to make sure it's safe, reliable, and mechanically sound. Then any scratches and dings are given first-class treatment at our body shop. And after thorough detailing inside and out, the car is ready for sale. At a price that's always below Blue Book. That makes Nissan used cars your best buy.
Do you know if your child is growing, feeling, speaking, thinking, or playing like other children his or her age? Parents and caregivers play an important role in their children's overall development. By asking you how your child is developing, we can find out if your child is growing the way he or she should. Developmental screening helps you learn more about your child's overall physical, social, and emotional health. Developmental screening is available at the Northern and Southern Region Community Health Centers through Carreño and other early childhood programs, and may be available through your child's doctor or daycare center. The screening can help identify your child's strengths or areas where he or she needs assistance. Doing a screening when your child is young will help you get the support and services for your child to grow healthy and well. To learn more about developmental screening, call 478-5400. Brought to you by Carreño at the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
Sorry, better luck next year. You broke my heart in two, but I know, baby, your promise was true.
You don't have to wait any longer. Get the McRib sandwich at McDonald's with fries and a drink for $6.99. But hurry, it won't be around for long.
Are Mom and Dad here yet?
Not yet. We didn't get our lane.
We gotta stop for cash. I forgot my wallet.
Just use your phone.
Right. Forgot your Bank of Hawaii debit card? No problem. Because now you can get cash with your phone with cardless cash from Bank of Hawaii. Introducing Cardless Cash. Download the Bank of Hawaii app today. Welcome to tomorrow.
Get in. Oh my God.
We all live for football. And we're headed to the playoff. Life is a sport. The Ford Escape. Be unstoppable.
It is time for Think Green. Once again, here's Isa.
Think Green is presented by Pacific Solar and Photovoltaics, keeping Guam green one roof at a time. Call 632-4002 for more information.
It's shiny, luxurious,
and sparkles in the sun. No, we're not talking about a new car, but solar energy for your home. So what makes solar energy a good investment?
That's a great question for the holiday season. For any family that wants to invest in solar, you get immediate return on investment. For one comes down to savings. So at the end of the day, the savings will be the number one key as a benefit. Aside from the federal tax, it's a 30% tax credit. That would also be a key investment.
Chuck Sanchez is a sales representative at locally owned Pacific Solar and Photovoltaics. He said one thing that sets solar apart from other gift ideas in a similar price range is that solar is an investment that appreciates rather than depreciates over time, meaning it continues to pay off years later when other investments fall to the wayside.
Once you buy that car, the moment you drive it off, it depreciates. For solar, once you get it, it's gonna the value is gonna appreciate on your investment and go on for 25, 20, 30 years plus.
And once you're done paying for the system, it continues to pay you, since you will no longer have to pay as much for power and can instead put that money toward other priorities.
Basically, you want to lower your GPA power bill. That's the goal with families on Guam. You don't want to be paying a high power bill. So if you can find a way to lower that monthly power bill, take that money that goes into your power and put it into another savings, that's a key incentive.
And more than just a smart family gift that can save your family resources, it can also save Mother Earth by reducing the amount of fuel exhaust released into the environment.
Merry Christmas, coming from Pacific Solar and Photovoltaics, and please give us a call. We're here to guide you towards a brighter future.
With this week's Think Green, I'm Isa Baza.
Think Green is presented by Pacific Solar and Photovoltaics, keeping Guam green one roof at a time. Call 632-4002 for more information.
All right, it's time now, as we've been doing all week, to find out where Kiko the Foodie Elf is hanging out. We'll post a photo of Kiko at our Instagram feed. Just go to @KUAM News. And today, Kiko the Foodie Elf was enjoying a healthy, smart meal at Boca Box. And there is Kiko looking very, very happy. Some really good food. Good way to celebrate the holidays. And today's winner is at PQ Kier. I think I know who this is. Very nice person, good friend of mine. All right, we will be in contact with you to let you know how you can redeem your prize. Well done, and make sure to play every day. All right, time to get to some birthdays now. These are the newest members of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, and they are led off by Judy St. Nicholas and your loved ones. So I hope you have an awesome birthday, Judy. This comes from your brothers, Bruce and Roland. Also, happy birthday to Kayla Ray Ungaka Cruz. Happy 6th birthday to our chunky monkey, your family says. Also, happy birthday to Joe Anthony Leon Guerrero from your family, and they say simply, we love you. Also, happy belated birthday wishes go out to Rhythm Armani Isabella Blas, and this comes from your family. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, happy belated birthday wishes to Ronleca Iglesias Cruz. This comes from your Nina Deborah. May you have a great birthday, and may you have many more years to come. I love you always. Mwah. XOXOXOXO. See, we're reading the email. You're such a joy and a beautiful bundle. Now a grown teenager. God be with you always. That is a true mark of a blessing from a Nina, and there's nothing better than that. All right, there's nothing better than the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, so just go on KUAM.com and register. Please stay tuned. There's more coming up right after this.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
The Ka'ais, Leonard and Tara, are proud and humble Guamanians and successful business people. Theirs is a story of two people with strong island roots, Leonard from Hawaii, Tara from Guam, whose shared backgrounds and values brought them together and bound them forever. Dedicated to their family, their faith, and the Hafaloha brand of apparel and island treats they've built from the ground up, they believe in giving back and moving forward. They're among the most philanthropic members of Guam's private sector, constantly devoting time, energy, and effort to charitable causes to make our community better for all of us.
And with us now in our fashion and art edition of KUAM News Extra is Leonard and Tara. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, let's just start. Let's start with, how did you guys meet?
I met Tara in 2006 at the Outback restaurant. She was our server, and I was having dinner with my parents and my sister at the time.
Who I thought was his
his girlfriend. She's very beautiful. So, but luckily it was just his sister.
Just my sister.
So you were just like, hey, so, you know.
Actually, he didn't say one word to me that night. Not like, besides telling me what he wanted to order, he was really quiet, which if anyone who knows them, that's so not him.
I was really worried about what my sister might have said, you know, to kind of throw things off a little bit.
Right. So then how did you guys eventually hook up after that?
I met her. Tara was working 2 jobs, and and she was a full-time student. And one day I went into her other job at Lotus Surf Shop, and she was there. So,
yeah, he called me Outback Chick. So
oh my God.
I didn't know the name
like,
at the time.
Tara. But it eventually worked out. So
nice. And you've been together ever since.
Ever since.
Well, so is this something that you guys have always wanted to do, to start an apparel shop?
I've always had a passion for fashion. Being raised with 3 sisters and being the only boy in the household, you kind of get exposed to a lot of pretty colors and a lot of different things, and giving opinions a lot. You find yourself giving a lot of opinions to your sisters and to your family members. But
doing hair, he does really great hair.
Yeah,
really, he does our daughter's hair sometimes.
So I've always kind of had a passion for fashion.
What about you, Tara?
I've always liked, I'm a costume jewelry kind of girl. I like fashion, but I never thought it would be the career path in which I, would eventually land on. But, my husband, I love my husband, and, it's his passion. And so it became my passion too. So.
And so then how did Hafaloha come about? I mean, the name, obviously Hafate, Aloha, but did you throw around some other names, or how did you come about?
We were kind of jumping back and forth with
putting together different Chamorro and Hawaiian names, just because that is, we wanted it to be representative of us, our family and where we come from. And so, geez, I can't even remember off the top of my head what came, but some of the names were just like, no, that's not going to work. So eventually I was just like, okay, we really have to, try and make this name. And so I was like, Hafade, Aloha. And it's like, okay, it's like, what about Hafaloha? And, he kind of like thought about it, and he was like, yeah, I think that's going to work. So, thank goodness it did, and it stuck. So,
yeah. And you guys started off with making t-shirts, right? And you kind of expanded your brand. Tell me about some of the products that you guys offer.
We have a full men's line. We have from tops, t-shirts, jackets, polos, to our women's line. Same thing, tops.
Tank tops. We did a couple shorts for women, and then we added our kids. We're a family brand, and we wanted to make sure our kids were included, because I remember I was with Ahe, I believe it was, where she was, she's asking, Mom, where's my shirt? What about me? We're like, oh man, okay. So, we definitely wanted to make them feel very much a part of this brand. And so we started doing kids shirts, and now we do from 12 months all the way to youth.
And it's cool because I love matching my little son, and it's
and I get to match my daughter.
So, and you also not only just you do shaved ice, right?
Yes.
Let's not forget that.
Yes.
And also, we were talking about it earlier. The
soft serve.
Yes.
We just introduced the soft serve to the product line, and we're stoked on the soft serve.
Great for the shop, bad for the pregnancy weight.
Well, where do you guys draw your inspiration for your designs?
Everyday life.
Who we are as a culture, who we are as people.
Islanders.
We like to poke fun with some of our art.
Mix olden day with modern, modern things. Do a lot of animals that you would find both in Hawaii and Guam. We have a lot of roosters and pigs, and what else?
We put glasses on Chief Kapua at one point.
One thing that I really liked was what you guys did for FestPack. That was amazing.
FestPack was so much fun. FestPack was crazy fun.
That was 14
stressful. Stressful, but it was
putting
fun.
It mildly.
And it's who we are as who we have as a team, right? That actually really makes us who we are. We found a great family, and we have awesome people that are in the trenches day in and day out, and
they allow us to
have fun.
what we do behind the scenes.
But you guys are awesome too, because I remember when we did an event at GPO earlier this year for the St. Baldrick's Foundation, and you guys really came to the table to help Princess Warrior Taya.
Yes.
And for people who aren't familiar with that story, I want you guys to tell it and how you guys became involved.
Taya's a family member of a couple of our employees, and
she would frequent the shop with her mom and her dad, and such a precious little girl. And you know, when we found out what she was going through, and actually still is going through, you know, it just really touched us. And to know that St. Baldrick's was very much, you know, that they're geared towards the children and, you know, fighting cancer. You know, when we heard about this, well, you know, we kind of, Len said, hey, I'm going to shave my head for St. Baldrick's. We were just in the car, and, you know, I was just like, okay, I'm going to shave my head too. And he looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to shave my head too. And so, you know, just as, you know, kind of like we have a group chat for our work. And I was like, hey guys, you know, anyone want to shave their head with us? And so
we had 4 females that jumped up and definitely took on the challenge also.
And so we raised funds in just a matter of a couple of days, and it was awesome to have that goal that our whole team could come together. And we, you know, I was really surprised and very, very honored that they jumped behind us without any question. So
you guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And speaking of amazing, up next we're going to showcase your holiday line, right?
Yes. Exciting.
Stay tuned.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
This holiday, treasure the perfectly imperfect moments.
I've been told that living your dream is about doing what you love. It's less about the destination and more about the journey. No regrets. I'm just trying to make an impact with every performance, connecting with people and creating lasting memories. I love what I do. My name is FJ Chargala, and just like you, I am an original, made by Guam. For the new generation of originals, the original great tasting light beer.
Celebrate a Guam holiday season with KFC's Holiday Feast. 12 pieces of KFC's one and only original recipe chicken, plus 3 home-style sides and 4 fluffy biscuits. Each KFC meal has a limited edition Guam-themed holiday ornament with 8 unique designs to collect. Leave the cooking to us and have a finger-licking good holiday. KFC, so merry, so good, so Guam.
Off day, everybody, and welcome back to our fashion and art edition of KUAM News Extra. As I promised earlier, Leonard and Tara are going to show off their new holiday line at Hafaloha. And let's go ahead and begin with our special superstars in studio.
So this is Ahila'a and Lenny Boy. And
Ahe is wearing our Sidzo's Mahalo design. As you can see, it's matching what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the tank top version, and she's wearing the little kids version. We have a bunch of little girls and little boys shirts in stock, and Lenny Boy is wearing our what we call our guhi, which is just Guam and Hawaii initials put together. Turn around, Lenny Boy. And so we have a little Hafaloa stamped in the back, and he's also wearing one of our new designed hats, which is our Nenny Surf Classic hat from earlier this month. And
that's so cute. And actually, everything matches.
Like
right?
we said before, we wanted to make sure baby can match mommy and daddy. So we have those shirts also in adult sizes
and different colors.
Yes.
What's the age group for those sizes? Just is it
12 months to, we carry 12 months all the way to youth large, and then adult small all the way to some of them
3X.
3XL.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's bring up our next model. Who's this?
So this is our Jacinda, and she is wearing our first cut and sew ladies dress. It has a very, very simple design to it, very comfortable, soft material, and has our embroidery of Hafaloa on the left chest area. And she's also wearing our newest dad cap, or it's called the dad cap, but baseball cap. And we have 4 colors in that. It's black. We have black, turquoise, white, and pink.
We love pink.
Yes. Hot pink or fuchsia.
Any pink. Yeah.
Anything.
We love pink.
All right, thank you so much.
And then next up we have our
baby daddy duo.
Baby daddy
This
duo.
is baby Jameson and Gabe.
Daddy Gabe.
And they're sporting our Ha design.
So this is our, it's in a navy blue and silver, metallic silver design. And so it matches with our arrows down the back. And this is and then Gabe is also wearing one of our newer hats, which is our GU spear design. And it has on the right side of the U has spears going out. So
what is the writing? It says hot. And then
this is the life.
This is the life.
This is the life.
And my daughter actually came up with that. One day she was like, this is the life. And we're like, sure is, baby. So.
We're doing something right.
All right, let's bring up your next
Thank
model.
you, Gabe.
Thank you.
And this is Day-Day. Day-Day is wearing our newest capsule that we created. Our
cut and sew line.
Our dripping camel pattern. We also have towels and 4 hats that comes in this drip pattern camel. And also these joggers that he has on will be releasing early next week. So stay tuned to our Instagram. We'll have those posted up.
What are the sizes for the
jackets? The jackets, we're going from small to extra small to
2XL.
2XL.
2XL. Is that water resistant?
It is.
It's a rain.
It is
definitely-
water /
Definitely
windbreaker.
need that. All right, let's bring up all our models one more time. Just give everybody one last look. There you go. And so these are currently ready for purchase right now?
They are, and a lot more.
Yes.
And a lot more.
A lot more, yes. This is just a small portion of what we have in our store at the moment.
Okay, and for people who don't know, where's the store located and information about your Instagram page?
The store is located across the street from PIC in the Tagagi building. And you can find us at Hafaloa on Instagram, and Hafaloa Clothing on Facebook.
Yes. Okay, and hours. Very important.
Right now, the hours of operations have changed to our holiday hours.
Yes, so that we open at 11 every day. And then Sunday through Thursday, we're open till 10. And then Friday and Saturday, we're open an hour more, which is till 11. Okay. We're closed on Christmas.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Merry Christmas.
Of course,
Thank you for
of course.
having
And
us.
thank you.
Christmas, Guam.
Thank you so much for everything you guys do for the community.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Stay tuned. We're back with Extra in a moment.
IT&E is giving away a trip to Manila, plus other fabulous prizes during our Stay In and Win prepaid promotion. All you have to do is stay in IT&E's 4G LTE network. Keep topping up load, and you're eligible to win. 10 winners will receive a $10 load every Friday during the promotion. Stay in for 3 months, and you can win a 3-month Hulu gift card. Stay in for 6 months, and you're entered to win the grand prize, a trip for 2 to Manila. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details or visit ite.net. IT&E Motion Prepaid. Life in motion.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Daki Itanu program to generously supporting our local charity, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Sidus Ma'asi, Matson.
The Shop Guam E-Festival is back and better than ever. GVB has teamed up with over 100 Shop Guam vendors to give you access to hundreds of deals and discounts. Download the free Shop Guam mobile app and get real-time alerts on offers nearest you to dine, shop, play, and save just in time for the holiday season. Download the app now and start taking advantage of great deals. The Shop Guam E-Festival is a JVB signature event, making Guam a better place to live, work, and visit.
Holiday, welcome back. Splurge during the holidays with steak and lobster. In this week's installment of The Dish, Marissa Borja gives you a behind-the-scenes look at how Alfredo's Steakhouse serves up the most exclusive steaks on Guam.
The Dish with Dusitani.
Hey everyone, so for today we're going to showcase our Alfredo Steakhouse, and we have Matt here, the Alfredo Steakhouse manager, to tell us everything that's new.
So one thing that we're really excited to feature is we offer the A5 Wagyu beef, which is actually, we're the only steakhouse on the island to hire the highest quality grade beef in the market. So
that's a very important distinguishing factor, because this is a 5-star hotel and the expectations are higher. So being able to offer that type of premium cut of meat to your guests only allows them to find greater value in Alfredo Steakhouse. That's wonderful. And how do we prepare it?
With this one, I have a steak cut here already. I just use salt and pepper. I prefer to cook it as rare as possible. We put it on a pink Himalayan salt block that we have in our pizza oven. You'll actually hear it.
And what's the purpose of the Himalayan salt?
Well, it's basically a couple of different things. One, it keeps it seasoned. The second one is you can cut it, and if it's a little rare for you, you can wipe it on the salt, and they'll actually cook it for you even. Because, as you see it, it's still just sitting there sizzling, and, it's been a minute or so. That rock will stay hot until you finish eating it, I promise you.
Wow. It smells amazing.
You're more than welcome to try that.
I will. Wow. That's amazing. Whoa.
The concentration of fat in it is, like I said, it's pretty much unparalleled.
Wow. And it's so simple.
Yeah.
The seasoning, I can see why you don't need any more.
No. And like I said, even if you want to cook it a little more, you can flip that piece over and
and then just have it.
You still hear it sizzling. So
this is my first time seeing anything like this, and then the presentation, and then just tasting this. It's, it's something that you really, with any special occasion, if you want to spend that extra money, you want to take someone out, take your family out.
It's an experience.
It is, and it's definitely going to be worth it if you appreciate, a good meal, a good cut of meat. I know someone like my dad, if he could just eat meat, all day, he would. And so he appreciates a good cut of meat. Dad, you need to come to this place, take the family here. Take mom.
So we are open for dinner time, Sunday through Friday from 5 to 10. However, we do offer our full menu along with our Saturday lunch feature, which is actually our pork chop. Nice cut pork chop. It's like $19.
The pork chop has been upgraded, people, from pork chop and glazed apples with mashed potatoes. So you get even more value for that $19. On Saturday, it's our Saturday lunch feature here at Alfredo Steakhouse.
The Dish with Dusitani.
Thanks, Chris, and make sure to check out another episode of The Dish next week, Wednesday. Up next, we'll tell you about what's happening in North Dakota and why Guam residents are standing in solidarity.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
RT Trios at Ruby Tuesday. We've taken our most popular items and grouped them into 6 terrific trios, like the fish trio with herb-crusted tilapia, fried parrotfish strips, and perfectly grilled salmon. 3 classic items, all on one plate. Now at Ruby Tuesday.
We're celebrating Hyundai holidays at Cars Plus and Mighty. Get a head start on Santa and save thousands this Christmas with the award-winning 2017 Hyundai lineup, like the Hyundai Accent starting at $13,995 or the Hyundai Elantra starting at $17,995. How about the beautifully redesigned Hyundai Tucson starting at just $22,995. And best of all, every new and perfectly used vehicle comes with a Kenya Shopping Center gift certificate and up to $3,000 in bonus cash. Visit Cars Plus today for big savings and easy financing during our Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Good day, everybody, and welcome back to our Fashion and Art edition of KUAM News Extra. With me now are Ursula Herrera and Angela Santos. They are part of a group of women who are standing in solidarity with the Water Protectors of Standing Rock. Now, a little bit of background. Over the last several months, thousands of Native American tribes have been holding prayer protests at a camp in North Dakota to protect the treaty lands and sacred waters of the Standing Rock Sioux and other tribes from the construction of a pipeline. The argument is that if this pipeline is built, it would threaten the water supply, destroy ancestral lands, and have harmful impacts on the Standing Rock Sioux. As it stands, the military has denied the required construction permit and have recommended that an EIS or environmental impact statement be conducted. Now, seeing the similarities in terms of our own protests and battles to protect the ancient village, for example, of Pocket, from transforming into a training area for the military, Ursula and Angela and many others on Guam are standing in solidarity with the Native Americans in Ocean Away. Last week, they held a couple events under the theme of Linetla Ihanum, or Water is Life, and this Saturday, they have one more. So thank you so much for joining us to talk about this very important issue. And of course, these protests in North Dakota, they have been going on, as I mentioned earlier, for a couple of months now. And so at what point did you guys say, enough, we have to stand together?
Well, I think it was all these little conversations that we were having, and naturally our kindred souls just united, and it was like, what can we do? And it just really started with the group chat and reaching out to everyone. There was about 96, participants, just adding it all on. I'm like, okay, let's brainstorm. How can we stand? What can we do to stand in solidarity? How can we help?
Yeah, what Ursula's being a little bit too modest. She brought all of us together in this chat. But like she said, we have been having these side talks, separately, right? And then La just brought all of us together in a group chat. And she's like, okay, guys, what can we do to help out? Go. Like prayer ceremony, she brought it up. And then what other ideas? Go. Naneka, maybe a month before, and it's been busy for us, of course, holiday season, right?
Right.
So Nake, she started just a small kind of group chat, and she's like, guys, I want to do something. And she thought about a fundraiser. So within this group chat, it led from
the wave and the Chinchuli boat drive.
Right.
And can we just say that we made $118?
Yes.
And our Menina came out. I mean, children of all ages came out, families came out for this, and it was just such a beautiful gathering on traffic, in the middle of traffic.
Right.
The honking, thank you so much, everybody. And the drive, everyone just participated so beautifully, and we're so grateful. And then we had this beautiful ceremony in the Texan on Saturday.
You mentioned Paget. The Texans also, the spot now, in lieu of, it was Paget at first, but we came out hard and fought against that.
Yes.
Then it became the Texans, and the Texans in the same situation, but it went forward. Yeah. There are going to be the landowners there are, one, they can't go onto their land because of the refuge. Two, now the refuge as well as the people are not going to go onto their land for two,
a week out of the or,
Yeah, that's a
or 3
limited,
weeks out of
yeah.
the month of a month, right?
It's just it's really sad. There's sacred sites. There's
Yes.
an ancient well. We prayed over an ancient well.
Yeah.
It's lined by lati. There's omelet. There's medicine there. Needs to be protected. And we decided to pray. Had a beachside ceremony led by Crystal Jingras from the Pawnee Nation. Collectively, we made 600 prayer ties.
Yes.
And we had a beautiful ceremony. Then we had Pa'a, our chanters, come, and Auntie Kathy McCullum was there. And we just prayed for our land, for healing of our land, and sent our prayers over the ocean to our Indigenous brothers and sisters.
We
That we
made
stand with them.
700 prayer ties.
700. Yes, that's right. 700
ties.
prayer ties.
Well, you know, you guys have one more event coming up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And hopefully, for those of you who are watching, you can come to this event and also show your support. So let's talk about that.
So,
The fundraiser is going to be held over at the Cultural Center, Saginaw Katunan tomorrow. That's at Epau Point, behind the Hilton. And it's 9 acres of land. We brought it up to Nick. We had a meeting with the board, and Nick brought it up, Monica Flores. And so she said, and they're like, yeah, that'd be great too. I mean, we have all this land, it's space, and we would love to help out in that sense, right? So Raffin Pico is the vice chair, as well as Anne Marie, she's the president. And yeah, that went well. As a matter of fact, it was maybe a day before Law had put together the chat group that we spoke about it to start the fundraiser. Amber Ward, she said it in the group chat. She's like, okay, guys, we can do a silent auction, and Nate wanted to do that too. And there's just so many things that, because even the vets, there are over 3,000 vets that went over to Standing Rock to stand in solidarity with them in North Dakota. So Monica's like, how can we get our vets involved with this too?
Right.
You know, because even the vets have so much issues with.
So what time is the fundraiser?
the fundraiser's on Saturday. This Saturday, it's from 2 to 6. It's $10 donation. Again, all proceeds are going to go to the Water Protectors Legal Fund, as well as to help buy supplies for the Sustainable Village right now at Standing Rock.
Yeah.
And right now they need supplies. They're going through a major blizzard. And we're going to have music. We have El Taidegui, Shannon McManus, JD Inouye. We have PJ Nicholas, Primitiva Munya. Got these amazing soul singers. And local artists have reached out. We got massage certificates. We've got jewelry. We've got so much.
That's
Get your Christmas shopping in, and it's going to go to a really great cause. We'll have some healthy chesa, locally sourced chesa, and we've got I think Farm to Table is donating a CSA box. So we're really grateful to everyone who participated. And
once again, that is 2 to 6 p.m. at Second Katunan tomorrow. That is the site of the old former Guam Memorial Hospital, right?
No, the old physician housing.
Okay, but around that, right before you go up
we'll
there.
have some signs.
Yes.
Say Sanogi with Standing Rock. And at the Gumet Zomti, we'll have the music and the food, and we'll have it down. We'll have the artwork, and we can just chill on the.
Right. The Chinahan's going to be going that day too, so it's going to be a whole day of events.
All right. Well, thank you again so much. Again, the donation's $10. It's going to a worthy cause. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas.
And that's our show. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again next week.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.